Oh yeah. Nice quick meal. Just had brunch. It's at this spot called First Watch.
Yeah, it was so good.
There's a couple of them in different spots. I think we've seen them in other states, so I can't say if they're on the west. I don't really know that much. But we've definitely seen them outside of here, outside of home.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all tired of us doing videos from the car yet? I don't care nothing about that. Yeah, we still at home, man. I guess this is week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Close to the end of it, maybe.
Yes, and you know what? It is always something going on. I think we just mentioned this in the video. If you haven't went over to our channel and watched our YouTube video, then you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But birthdays. We got birthdays coming up this week. Father's Day coming up this week. It's stuff going on.
Yeah. I mean, this whole trip, although it was spontaneous,
Right.
and wasn't pre-planned really to come home.
Right.
I mean, there were so many things that came into play since we've been here, that it was like, wow. I mean, I guess our timing couldn't have been better.
Yeah, couldn't have been.
To be honest
perfect.
with you.
Right. Right.
You know, and all things not good.
Nah.
But we'll make the best out of them, and we'll keep it moving. But the fact of being able to even be here to assist and facilitate with stuff,
Yes.
that we didn't know that was going to happen. And I guess that's how incidents and accidents and things happen, is you never know what's going to happen.
No.
The objective is to be prepared for when they do happen, that you can respond correctly and properly.
Right.
You know, that's the difference between people being not to equate it to money, but the worst part about being broke is when you need, you don't have.
Right.
Because it's not about, you know, having money, you just out spending all the time and really doing any and everything that you want to do. That's not really the blessing in it. It's the fact that when things go awry and things are needed, you're in a position to fix issues and fix problems, because that's what not having money does. It lets small problems
Become big.
right
Big
compound
problems. Right. On top of each other.
right, and even all big problems that hit you and you can't do nothing about that. Like, you just more of in a victim space because you can't correct nothing.
Right. It's like you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you can't move. That's one of the things that I think that trucking has really taught me, and because I didn't realize till I got in the truck how emotional I am. Now I know that I have I know that I have
I could have
emotions.
told you that a long time ago.
Yeah,
son.
but I just used to feel like, okay, well, you causing something to make me kind of have to feel this way or go that way.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Nah,
you.
not me.
You, yes.
Not me.
But now I look at it and it's like I realize that you can still feel very much frustrated about something that's happening in your life or a circumstance. You can also be angry or whatever the emotion is, but you still have to be strategic and not move based on that.
Emotion?
Yeah, you can't move on that.
Facts.
Even though you could be completely valid in what you're feeling. But oftentimes your emotions will take you to a place that you don't need to go.
Right.
And it's hard to come back from.
That's big facts.
You know, and trucking taught me that, because truthfully speaking, my emotions couldn't do jack about situations that was happening at home when I was on the truck.
Well, and then that's the best part, because I can remember in the beginning, even though we were on the road, mentally you still was present here.
I was.
And
yes.
that's, you know, me and my son was talking about it the other day. You know, when I equated it to doing a bid or just being in jail, is that, you know, you can't, there's a certain way to do things. I don't care what the circumstance is. There's a certain protocol and just a certain structure that comes with doing certain things a certain way. So even being in jail, you can't properly bid if all you're doing is worried about home and people that are on the outside. Your bid will be excruciating and consistently painful, and you will go through it would be worse.
Yeah.
You know, your bid becomes a lot simpler and a lot easier when you let people on the outside be on the inside and you maintain yourself on the inside.
That's true.
Because, you know, you can't, unless you know, the Don Dada and you somebody's, you know,
right.
Don or something where you handling this and that from the inside. I mean, but everybody talk that mess, but y'all ain't got no bread like that. Y'all know that. But, you know, it's one thing to be able to be involved in things on the outside or in the street, so to speak. But for the most part, if you bidding, you just gotta bid and let the outside take care of itself. You take care of yourself on the inside, and then once you return, you implement yourself then. But you can't do both, and you were doing that a lot, really being mentally involved and just trying to be mentally present in any and everything that was going on with the family at home once we were out on the road. So it made, you know, our weeks and weeks of running very difficult for yourself. So that definitely was a learning process for you. I remember.
Well, it's both, because as a mother, you know, I carry on certain feelings and emotions that you don't as a father. And I mean, it doesn't negate your role or my role, but it's just like I'm used to fixing.
Facts.
And not being able to fix situations or just not even to be around is the worst as a mother.
I feel you.
I mean, not even if I can't physically do something to fix the situation, when my daughters and my son or grandkids, any of them, you know, family have something going on and they come to me and I can't be present. Initially, that was like, it was guilting me. It was guilting me.
That's it. That's the word.
It was guilting me.
Well, I remember.
Right. And then I had to like just really look at this situation based on facts instead of my emotions. And I had to realize, first of all, you know, the ages of our children. Also understand that it's not my job to take on everybody's stuff. You know, and that is an ongoing learning process for me.
Well, we know that emotion has no place in business.
Right. So I've got that part.
Right.
But this was, okay, as trucking, even though you're trucking, you still are not, you also have business too. As a parent, you also have business as a grandparent. Like, there's things that don't go away just because you are on the truck.
Facts.
But I am learning that because the way your life is as a trucker, oftentimes it's not turned off. So you can go to a job and just, you know, 9 to 5 or whatever, you know,
punch in and
punch out, and then you have time to be present or available.
Right.
But trucking is not like that.
No.
And they know that they can access us at any time, and majority of the time that makes them feel like, well, we still can have you whenever we want to, and that's not necessarily true.
Right. Because trucking, we talking, I mean, on average, people think it's something different, but honestly, you're in work mode 7 days a week.
You are.
Like, that's not quote unquote a day off unless you schedule it and take it. And for real, good portion of that day, you're probably pre-planning your next day anyway. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But it's still, you still, even as that mother, and all the circumstances you just laid out, you still had to learn or get to the point where mentally you put in priority mode what was priority, because as much as you want to help, controlling, maintaining, and keeping our trucking first or high on the priority list,
of course, yeah,
is what allows you to even be involved and insert yourself in some of the issues at home when it came to the kids and the grandchildren and all that, and allowing people to be accountable for their own stuff.
Yeah, I had to learn.
Because we had to learn that.
I had to learn a balance, and I also am having to learn how to transition, because I was always used to being, you know, okay, this happened, how we gonna fix this? Mama got you, you know. And now they're transitioning into young adults. Well, some of them been transitioned.
They already grown.
Right, and that whole process is different. You know, it is, because part of it too is because I'm still young in age, and it's like some of this stuff, it just be like, whew.
Yeah.
You know, some of it be like, it's a lot. It is a lot. And then having one child is one thing, but when you got 5 of them jokers, all different personalities, all in different stages of life, and you're trying not to kill their spirit, but in the same token, you know, some is like, well, you here, you need to kind of be here, then you need to be here, and you know, they're all in different phases, but you don't want to, like I said, kill their spirit.
You did this for them, and
Right.
you did that for them, and when I needed you to do this, and it's like, you know, you ain't where they were when you was there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's everybody at a different stage of life.
Everybody's different, right? And everybody's maturity level is going to be in different phases, you know, and you have to learn it. You know, you have to learn that, and it's a lot to deal with, because sometimes you just be like wanting to say, like, do this because I said it, and just do it because it's what you need to do.
Facts.
Like, I've been there, done that. Like, I don't want to have this conversation again. And sometimes that's what it be.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes the conversations go from, yeah, well, we just trying, you know, yeah, we gonna be there for you too. It's like, no, this is what you need to do.
Right.
You know, so it's like it is definitely a balancing act.
Well, speaking of balancing act, just to switch gears a little bit, well, a lot, how much of a blessing is it and was it that we, and I'm not speaking for everybody who lease or all leases, because we've always leased directly through a company. So we never dealt with a dealership on a lease, so I don't really know all the terms and conditions of that. But how much of a blessing and how good of a feeling is it to not be leasing a truck, paying a weekly payment to a monthly payment, and being able to take off the time that we've taken off without a care. Like, I don't know if people know, we were paying $825 a week for Pink Champagne and Black Sheep. So if y'all don't know who they are, obviously y'all ain't been with us that long, so welcome. But
those fees came out every week, whether the truck moved or not.
Now, it's one thing to still be able to allot the amount of money necessary to pay a month, or to put that money up, or to pay that bread out of pocket. I mean, that's one thing. But when you add up $825 a week, versus what we're paying now on a monthly truck note base, we could stay home 3 months.
Right, we could stay home as long as we want.
For what we paid to stay home a month leasing those trucks, paying that amount of money.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Just how much of a blessing to you? How good does it feel? Not even about what we have saved and put up. I'm just saying, to be in a mental space that we know we're not daily adding and calculating and just making more and more bills for ourselves. Like, how great of a feeling is that?
It's an awesome feeling, because that was a stress to me.
Facts.
That was a huge stress to me, because I knew that first week was okay, because we had just got home. I knew, how things would roll. We'd probably get a settlement while we was home. But then after that, it was like, now we digging in our money and we ain't putting none in. So
Right. So I mean, I just think it's great. Like I said, I'm not knocking people who lease trucks, because we did it. We're just getting into the owner's side of it, but man, it definitely feels good to be able to do this, to be able to, like she said, insert ourselves at the house, be home as long as we've been here, and do the things we've been able to do without the worry. So, to any of my teams that's out there teaming, definitely put your bread up, put your money away, do all of those things to set yourself in the proper position. But if you can get a low payment or no weekly payment at all, and get yourself to the point where you can be in the truck purchase realm, it changes everything.
It does. It does.
I mean, it literally feels amazing. Like,
oh, I don't know what it was.
Ooh.
I got choked up.
I see.
So we literally got our settlement, and it was like the first time we got a settlement where we didn't have to pay a weekly truck payment.
Yeah.
And we both were surprised because we're so used to having so much of a chunk come out of our settlement that when we saw it, we was like, is this right? We had to do the numbers again, but like, yeah, because we don't have no truck payment. We do, but it's once a month.
And we don't pay them. So that was the other thing, getting out of the realm where they were taking the payment before you even get it. It's not like you just get billed and you pay it how you get down. You know, they were taking the money out before you even got it. So, you know, it's just a whole different thing, period. So, but yeah, I just want to slide on real quick, give some thoughts of what we were thinking after we just come from eating this good brunch.
Yes.
And enjoying our home time. And we got a good trip planning on. I'm telling y'all, I want to just tell y'all what it is so much, but I definitely can't wait for y'all to see the footage and to rock with us on it. It's going to be a great opportunity for us. Something we've always wanted to do for a while, and we're definitely looking forward to it. So with that, we're going to slide off, man. You know, and we still in the car, you know. We still home. We still here, you know. Gear on deck. Hit us up, www.marriedtothemiles.com. And come rock with us, man. Get you some merch and come aboard and join the team. You dig? It's your boy Mo 804.
And you girl the real Connie.
And this is Married to the Miles. One more again, and we out, man.
Peace.
I don't care nothing about that, bro.